Hey, I have to tell you about this one.
Picture this. It's the 1950s in China. We meet Zhang Zhixin. Forget your typical communist drone. This lady was the whole package. Bright, artistic, played the violin, spoke Russian, basically the kind of person who aced every class and still had time for a gig. She was a true believer in the party, the kind who genuinely thought they were building something great. But then the party gets taken over by the ultimate narcissist, Chairman Mao, who decides his ideas are perfect, everyone else is wrong, and hey, let's start a giant chaotic purge called the Cultural Revolution. The party had been hijacked, and Zhixin saw right through the cult of personality charade. Seriously, she called it like it was. Her husband was rightly freaked out, basically telling her, babe, they cut off heads for less. But Zhang Zhixin, nope, she kept calling out the absurdity, the disastrous great leap forward, and Mao's weakening grasp on reality. She was an absolute party nerd who just wanted them to stick to the actual rules. This naturally did not go over well with the thought police. In September 1969, at the height of the madness, they threw her in jail as a counter-revolutionary. Her crime? Having opinions, specifically opinions that suggested the party secretary and his notoriously psychotic wife, Zhang Qing, were not, in fact, flawless deities. For the next 6 years, they tried to break her. Think solitary confinement, relentless torture, and being repeatedly brutalized, all to get her to sign a piece of paper saying, Mao is great and I was wrong. She literally mended her prison uniform with improvised thread just to maintain her self-respect. She was sentenced to life, but her sheer unyielding dedication to honesty, writing manifestos on toilet paper, ticked off the authorities so much that they decided life wasn't enough. The final chilling order came from Mao's own nephew. Kill her and be done with it. On April 4th, 1975, they took her out for execution. Fearing she'd shout one last truth bomb, they performed an unspeakable, horrifying act just beforehand. They cut her throat to prevent her from speaking. But even broken and silenced, witnesses said she walked with defiance and grace. The ultimate irony, her death was far more powerful than her life ever could have been to her oppressors. Mao dies the next year, the whole Gang of Four gets hauled off to jail, and suddenly China's changing the locks. In 1979, in a wave of political house cleaning, Zhang Zhixin's name was officially cleared. She was declared a revolutionary martyr and a hero. Her forced divorce was invalidated, and the truth of her torture, orchestrated largely by the despicable Zhang Qing, fueled massive public outrage. Her story broke worldwide, forcing the party to acknowledge the horrific mistakes of the Cultural Revolution. And just to put a little bow on that karmic package, her family was initially billed for the bullet used to execute her. Zhang Zhixin's story isn't just a tragedy, it's an utterly infuriating reminder that sometimes the most dangerous weapon against tyranny is simply an unbreakable, honest mind. See you soon!